I believe we have a Heisman quarterback.
Pardon me and my tone. You can't step to my throne. They ain't working like me. I did this on my own. You asking where we been, huh? I don't know where to begin, huh? All this dirt on my skin. I just came here to win. I'm more than a man, I'm a monster. Somebody call a pastor, doctor. I got a 6 cents for imposters. So now I'm coming for the whole roster. It's not a game, why you playing with me? You could double back, lose track, try and hang with me. It must be in my veins, something you can't tame, cause I break the chain. Can't control me. I got the power, I got the keys, cause I break the chains. They try to hold me.
The team makes two takes a win. Play four makes breaks, one comes always score. If it hurts, you ain't the breaks, no get you, don't let up, put on more steam. Protect our kickers, our quarterback, our lead, our ball game. All obstacles, block, cut, sides, do the game, tackle, this win it in. Press you again, here for the first made. Carry a lot of you there for 6 minutes.
Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley.
I'm Dauber.
I'm X Factor.
I'm Gabriel or G Daddy.
Or G
Or
Money.
G Money or Dauber's son or or go down the list. That's who I am.
You know what's funny? We start this show, and the second I hit go live, StreamYard locked up, and I'm like, oh no. Like I go into panic mode, and then I look at the chat, and all of them already know what's happened. They all just start laughing. They're like, well, here we go, technical difficulties. Wouldn't be talking balls if there wasn't some type of clutter or disaster or mistake, but that's okay. For the fans, by the fans. Let's run down the chat, see who is hanging out bright and early. Brad Burnett is in the house. What's up, Brad? Good to see you, my man. John Richards is here, says, let's go. Terry says, Vols all the way. I like it. Angry Titan, Eric Kane, John Wayne, Sugar Cane, don't matter. Vols by Fitty. I like that. And let me tell you something about Vols by Fitty. You see, Dauber threw an idea at me for a possible t-shirt, and then I started running it through my brain of how we could mix that with something else. Probably got a sweet, sweet t-shirt coming your way sooner rather than later. But go get your Buck Fama shirt because it's going to be gone forever in about a week. Sam Hyatt's here. What's up, Sam? David Burgess is in the house. The Kid is here. What's up, Elijah? Angry Titan for 2. Thank you for the super chat. Look, he didn't even have to pay for it, but now he is paying for it. Eric Kane, John Wayne, Sugar Cane, Vols by Fitty. We're going to open this thing up. It's going to be a fan call-in show. Going to be a lot of fun. We'll open it up to the members of the Elite here in just a second. Let me hit these super chats real quick. Jordan Burgess for 2 says, let's go Vols, beat them overrated Tigers. John Hill for 10. Thank you for super chat. Let's kick that Tiger tail. Let's go Big Orange. I love it. Dauber, how you feeling this morning when you woke up? Did you still have that nervous feeling like you did back during the Florida game?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a big game. We talked about it Wednesday. This is the next step for this team. It's another tough road game. It's it is going to go a long way to prove and solidify where this team is. Win or loss, I think the positivity and the momentum around this team is where it needs to be. The trajectory is where it needs to be. But should they come out with a W, increasing the expectations, it's going to, just explode that. The roof is going to – if they head back to Knoxville this evening, undefeated, to face Bama next week, it's going to be unreal.
This next week is going to be so much fun. That leading up to that Florida week was a lot of fun. There was a lot of energy. I feel like it kind of died off a little bit because of the bye week, and then we've kind of come back up a little bit leading in the last couple of days here. Stevie J for $20. That ain't cheap. Thanks, Stevie J. Time to catch a tiger by the tail. 35-24 Vols. Go big orange. I like it. Stevie J. Peyton Williamson for 10. Zero nerves today. Let's go play Tennessee football. I don't know that I agree with that, man. I've got those nerves, and it's a good thing. My wife even said to me this week, she said, it's been a long time since I've seen you this anxious and nervous about Tennessee football. She's like, it's been maybe a couple of times over the last, 10, 15 years. Caitlin Justice in the house. Thank you for the $2. Lots of orange here in Baton Rouge. Let's go. Man, yeah, I've seen a lot of pictures on social media. I saw some people saying they showed up to tailgate at 8, and there were no LSU fans anywhere in sight. Jordan Burgess for 10. Really hoping our defense shaped up and is ready to go. Too many missed tackles against Florida. I agree. I think that's a big question mark going into the game is how does this defense respond? Josh Bailey for 5. Ruston, Louisiana has heard me cry about UT for years now. That changes today. Go Vols. Josh, thank you for the super chat. We appreciate it. Guys, come on in. Smash the thumbs up. We're going to go ahead and put out the link to the members of the Elite. They are the highest tier of members on the channel. So the link is out there on the community tab. You guys can jump on that, jump on in. Xavier, what about you, buddy? How you feeling today? You got confidence or are you a little bit nervous?
A little bit of both, man. A little bit of both. But it's like before, we came on the show. Me and my friends were texting last night talking about this game, and I really feel like if Tennessee can come out and punch LSU in the mouth first, I believe if we can go ahead and get into like the 30 range of points, then I think we can easily run away with this with a victory.
Gabriel, what do you think the key to victory is? If you put it on one thing, what do you think it is for Tennessee to get that W?
Keeping Jaden Daniels in check. Jaden Daniels will be the sole reason LSU wins this football game if they do. If we keep him in check, LSU loses the football game. I think it's just that simple. We know Tennessee's offense is going to score some points. Whether it's as many points as they normally score, I don't know. If they can score some points and hold Jaden Daniels in check, make him make some bad throws, that's the key to winning this football game, absolutely. Also, Kalen said that there's been people there tailgating since 5 a.m. since the parking opened. So how about that for 9 a.m. beer sales in the in Tiger Stadium? Also, Kalen pointed out that I am not in Baton Rouge like I said I was going to be. I realized that I'm 20 years old and can't get a hotel anywhere, and otherwise I'd have to leave at midnight to get there in time to park. So I wasn't going to do that to myself. So rather be here and do this. Sit on the couch, drink, get a drink, and watch the game on my couch than put myself through that.
Yeah, be careful, Gabriel. You just said I can't get a hotel because I'm 20. Then you said you're going to go get yourself a drink. I hope you mean Gatorade.
Who knows? Who knows?
MD Vols for 5. Thank you for the super chat. What up, fellas? I hope this defense pins its ears back and has a day. VOLS. Go Vols. Go. Thank you, MD Vols. We appreciate that. Jarrett Black for 5. Thank you for the super chat. Boys, I've got my go-to Jaeger and Red Bull in the cup. It's a little early, Dauber. It's a little early. Little Zoa energy drink. Crack your Zoa. Let's go.
Yeah, I've got Dutch Bros here.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Me and Dauber showing our age. We got to get warmed up, get some caffeine in the blood first, and then we'll see what happens as the day progresses. Let's see. Got my Jaeger and Red Bull in the cup. Cannot wait for kickoff. 38-27 Tennessee. Go Big Orange. Got a couple of people in the green room. Going to get them on here in just a second. Dauber, outside of Jaden Daniels, what do you think the key to this game is?
For me, it's limit mistakes, limit turnovers. went out this morning and was listening to the kickoff call-in show, and they did a flashback to the Gerald Riggs game, and talking about 3 turnovers in the first half, down 21-0 at halftime. You get down, you keep a team. They're in the game. You give them momentum. I talked about momentum earlier. That's a key. Like Xavier said, if you jump on them quick, if you score first, all that pressure's on them. But if you give them chances and opportunities to stay in the game, turnovers with a short field or penalties that take you behind the down and distance, and get your offense off the field quick, kills drives. That's the thing that I think the only way Tennessee loses this game is if they beat themselves. I think they are a better team than LSU. I do think that the defense is going to be better than we've seen. I know that we've had some complaints and questions and nerves about the secondary. But listen, as good as Daniels is, he didn't crack 100 yards last week. He's not throwing the ball all over the field. I do think, like was mentioned earlier, if we shore up tackling, maybe not give so much of a cushion. But, yeah, play with everything in front. Take the game plan from Florida and use that, but, tighten it up a little bit. And I think Tennessee can absolutely 100% walk away from Baton Rouge today 5-0.
Chris Welch mentions in the chat about Mintz. He says, Mincy, hope he is good. Otherwise, J.J. Crawford has to block their best pass rusher. Yeah, VolQuest just did their 2-minute drill just a second ago, right before we went live, and said that Mincy may not play. They don't know if it's an injury. They don't know if it's something else, so they're going to be keeping an eye on that. Baseball guy for $10, nothing to say, just a tip in the old tip jar. We appreciate it. Rolly season for 2, 41-33. Weird day, couple 2-point conversion or safety for LSU. Interesting. Thank you for the super chat, Rolly season. Let's get some fans on here. Open this thing up. It is a fan call-in show. Watch this. Let's just add them all at the same time and create complete chaos and see who wants to go first. I know who'll go first. Jordan will just dive in and start yelling. What's up?
What is up?
How you feeling, Jordan?
Feel great.
Drinking a Coca-Cola.
Yeah, it's one of those little bitty cans too.
Hey, those are perfect though, because you drink them down, and it's like that. That's the perfect amount right there, in my opinion.
It's good.
I just thought you had huge hands.
Oh yeah,
it's like Andre the Giant.
Looks like Andre the Giant with the Bud Light can or whatever.
You need to have you some good whiskey to go with that Coke too.
Oh yeah.
Well, my hand ain't here as big as Andre's, but yeah.
How come the guy that never shuts up comes on here and he talks about a Coke can and then he starts watching TV? John, how you feeling, buddy? Are you excited today?
I'm excited. I agree with Dauber's boy. We have to keep an eye on Daniels. Because, people have been saying stuff all week that Daniels can't throw the ball or, is not very good at it. Hasn't done it so far. Well, neither did AR-15 until he played us. And then he had more yardage, in that game than all three combined before that. So, yeah, we gotta keep an eye on him like crazy.
There's a difference between Anthony Richardson and Jaden Daniels. Anthony Richardson's an absolute freak athlete who is very hard to tackle, whereas Jaden Daniels is like Tua Tagovailoa's size.
Well, I watched the Auburn game. He was pretty hard to tackle when they were trying to.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all if he has a better passing game than he has all year long. Just because, sadly, what our defensive backs have not been able to do.
Well, the thing is, though, is that 2 weeks ago against Florida, they was basically playing zone and prevent defense. I think that I believe that they're going to play more like they did against Pitt.
Well, they did that because of AR-15's legs.
Right.
They're afraid of Daniel's legs too. So
that's what I think, John. I think they're going to come out and play the exact same game plan they did against Florida.
The thing was, they came into the Florida game knowing that Richardson was banged up, and then saw that he didn't really run a whole lot, and still didn't adjust. They didn't dial up pressure until the very end when they needed to keep him out of the end zone so they didn't win the game. My thought was, why not mix that in a little bit more? Why not dial it up? Because you put pressure on a guy that has struggled throwing the ball, and you saw those passes that were contested. He 50% completion rate. Those easy pitch and catches when you got an 8-yard cushion. I mean, a guy in D1 football on a scholarship is going to hit those pretty much every time.
Or put the guys in the game too that put that pressure on, like Joshua Josephs, a guy who, was in what was it, the Florida game for 8 snaps, and like every snap he was in, he almost got to it. Like, I mean, ridiculous. So I don't know.
I gotta say this because the chat, they were so mad at me Tuesday night during the fan call in. If you got a TV on in the background, turn it down if you can. If you don't have headphones, get headphones. I know it's a fan call in show. It's chaotic. It is what it is. Nobody on here is a podcaster or a YouTuber, so it's always going to be chaotic. But we also have 350 people watching, and we're trying to put on a show. And the echo's driving me nuts. Oh my gosh. Who is causing the echo? I've got to figure it out. I've got to figure it out. It's Christopher. Christopher's causing the problem. Christopher, do you have headphones? If you got headphones, put them in. That'll stop the echo. I'm fighting for the chat. I'm fighting for the 360 people watching live because they yell at me after the show. They're like, Boogie, tell those people to respect you and put on headphones and turn down their TVs. And I'm like, dude, we're just on here having a good time. But at the same time, I understand what the chat is saying. Let me get caught up on Super Chats. John Lillard for 10. Thank you for the Super Chat. Doesn't say anything. Just says, here's a tip for the old working man. We appreciate it, John. Robbie S. for 10. Let's go Big Orange. Smash the like button. Catch y'all during the post-game celebration. Robbie comes in and says, here's $10. I know there's going to be an echo, so I'm going to bounce, and I'll catch y'all later. Thank you, Robbie, for the Super Chat. Yeah, quick reminder, don't forget we'll be live immediately following the game within a matter of minutes. Come on, hang out for the post-game. Hopefully we are celebrating. Stevie J for 20. Why has the national media started calling this an upset game to watch? No one has faith in us. Go Vols. Let's stick with this one for a second. Still got a couple more Super Chats we'll catch up on. But this one, interesting point. I was watching what was one of the SEC shows. It was actually Game Day. It was the Bear on Game Day, and they were talking about all the money is coming in on Tennessee. And when all the money comes in one-sided, that's usually a big-time indicator that they like where LSU is at, and Tennessee is on upset alert. What do you guys think about that? All the money coming in on Tennessee, and Vegas is happy about it.
Well, I was watching, like I said, where Paul and Tim Tebow was talking about us, and they were saying like, well, yeah, Tennessee, and we all know how Paul feels about us, but they were just talking and saying that, yeah, well, Tim Tebow was more like, yeah, I like Tennessee's chances, and he was saying that, last season and even years ago, we wouldn't even have this conversation of Tennessee being, like 4-0 going into Baton Rouge and then coming out hopefully 5-0 to take on an undefeated Alabama team. It's going to be pretty special.
Yeah, well, could be a top 5 matchup at that point. Yeah. If everything goes well for Alabama too this weekend.
I've seen a lot of people predicting UT to jump up into the top 5. I don't think that's going to happen if they beat LSU. To me, I think that
probably number 6.
I think number 6 probably, if they assuming maybe somebody ahead of us loses too. So I don't know.
I mean, in a way, I really don't want to jump up any further than where we are now. I honestly don't.
I want to be ranked number 1 is what I want to be. I want to be at the top of the ladder. Forget this crap, Xavier. Quit being scared. Why are you scared, bro? Let's be the best. Forget this. I don't know. I don't want to. No, let's go be the best.
If Tennessee rolls into Knoxville and beats Alabama, Tennessee will move up into the top 3, period.
I know.
Yeah,
Well, but I mean, it's like what Jordan Harper said. Talking about, like, he said, "I'm sorry, Tennessee fans, you're gonna win 11 games." I'm like, hold up, wait a minute, player. I was like, I don't know about that now. I said, look, we gotta get past Alabama and Georgia first.
Yeah,
but hold
this
on,
is a good place to say this though, is because we're talking about Alabama. This has been a theme this week, where, you know, I think Eric asked Boogie on the Locked On podcast yesterday, are Tennessee fans overlooking this game? Because LSU's a good team. They're not great, but they're good enough to beat UT if UT. So we love talking about Alabama. It's a big game. We love talking about going in there 5-0. We got to win this game first, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
LSU always makes me nervous. I mean, this is in Baton Rouge. This is theirs to lose, honestly.
Because need I remind you of the 2000 game? We were number 11, and LSU just come off of a embarrassing loss to UAB, and we lost in overtime.
But the thing about it is, we've talked about it with this coaching staff and the development of players. This is a different coaching staff than we've previously had. This is a coaching staff that isn't going to overlook a game. Heupel was talking about excitement and expectation. He said, that's for the fans. He said, we're worried about our next game. And that's coach speak, but you're not going to catch them looking too far ahead, because you can go back in history, very recent history, and see what happens when you look ahead or overlook a team. You have games like Georgia State and BYU, games that Tennessee shouldn't lose, but because inept coaching, that's what happens.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing is, as fans, we can look ahead. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what we say or do. My only thing about the fans that are looking at Alabama, and it's fun to talk. Why is it fun to talk about? Because it's Tennessee, Alabama, and what could be, right? That's why it's fun to talk about. Right. But this isn't Akron, and I can't remember if me and Eric talked about it on Locked On Vols or if it was when he was on here, but it's when it was Akron, we're putting out content about Florida because nobody's clicking on a video that says Akron's quarterback this or Akron's depth chart, nobody cares. But it's freaking LSU. This is a big-time matchup, John. What do you think?
For me, it's please, somebody on the coaching staff count the number of players we have on the field at the very end.
No.
We cannot have that again.
Got from Polk County out there on the field.
Oh, here we go. Polk County firing up. It took 22 minutes.
Those games are actually some of the first games I specifically. And imagine this, like some of my first memories of actually like specific games are of the two most heartbreaking, the LSU game in 2010 and the North Carolina game later that year. Oh gosh. Which were both, I think, the worst things to ever happen. I've never been, I don't know. Those were bad games. But those are my first memories of like legitimately kind of understanding what's going on, and like especially the North Carolina game. But yeah, it's rough. I don't know.
That North Carolina game, they changed the rules after the game. That's how bad literally. Tennessee got screwed. Let me catch up. We got a bunch of super chats coming in. I want to catch up on those. We also got 400 people watching the fan call-in show, which is absolutely amazing. We used to get like 40, 50 people in here for the fan call-in tailgate show. Thank you guys for being here. Hit that thumbs up. Make sure you do come back immediately following the game for the post-game show. But I do want to run through these super chats. You guys being very generous on this tailgate show. Rolly Season for $2 says, Vols win. Wanted to join today, but got a wedding. What's wrong with you people that get married?
Why are y'all getting married today?
During the fall.
It's like that Allstate commercial.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
They'll shoot a video of it.
Do it on Sunday.
Yeah, I was going to say something I shouldn't say, so I'll just keep it rolling. Michael Haynes becomes a member of the channel. Hey, we appreciate that. Thanks for the support. You get access to the fan call-in shows, emojis, all that good stuff. I did send a link out to members of Talkin VAWLS Gold. So if you're a member of the Gold, you can jump on here as well. Kenneth Gordon for $5. Thank you for the super chat. Doesn't say anything, just tip in the old tip jar. We appreciate that. Thank you, Kenneth. Colby becomes a member of the channel. Same deal. You got those custom Talkin VAWLS emojis. Hey, we gained so many members. when Eric was on the show last week that we put out that custom Eric Kane emoji. It's in the chat. You can play with that as well. Caleb Eddy for 5. Bought the Buck Family shirt on the foresight. Says it won't be made till the 12th. Won't be here in time for the game. Oh, well, go Big Orange. A lot of times they say that to be safe. You may get it in time. If you bought it on the 4th, it'll be close. It'll be close. But appreciate you picking one up. Look, they're a kind of self-made business, screen print shop, so they'll get it out to you. Sometimes they get, it just depends on how many orders they got. Sometimes they'll get there in a week. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. But thank you, Caleb, for picking one up. We appreciate it. Jody Wooten for 5. Vols 45-28 from Benton, Tennessee. Thank you, Jody, for the super chat.
Yeah,
an Orange Cillian for 5. Go Tigers, low riders, cage fighters. Don't care. Vols by 50. Y'all keep saying that.
Your best Coach O voice for that one.
You're gonna
Go Tigers.
You're gonna
Yeah,
spoil.
Go Tigers. Go Riders.
You're gonna spoil the new T-shirt coming out soon. The Artful Dauber for 10. Thank you for super chat. Just keep scoring, score early, and score often. Defense will get there when it gets there. That's the thing about this LSU game that you gotta like, right? Is their offense is not very good. They did throw for 83, 85 yards, whatever it was, a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about it Wednesday. We talked about it on Locked On Vols. We talked about it over and over and over. Coach Jay, you got 2 quarterbacks you can pick from playing today. Daniels or Hooker? Which quarterback you rolling with?
That's going to be Hooker easy, obviously. Daniels, I think he could struggle a little today. What I think I saw that the starting left tackle, albeit a freshman, is out today for LSU. Man, I'd sure like it if we could pin our ears back a little bit and play a little tighter on our coverage. Doesn't mean we have to, give away the GOAT every play, but definitely pick your spots and go get them, right?
Yeah, there's also one of their primary running backs and primary wide receivers are also out today. So their offense is going to be not 100% in a play. Jaden Daniels doesn't really use his weapons already, so to take a couple of those weapons away should only help. So
I don't buy that Daniels is 100% healthy either.
No.
He might not be injured, but he's definitely been hurt. We could put some pressure on him. We could make it a very fun ball game for Tennessee.
It kind of makes me wonder if the game plan, and I don't know if you really plan around this or not, but I sort of said last week in the Florida game with their linebacker with Ventrell Miller, who was clearly hurt. We need to make him run. We need to make him run because he's got a bad leg. I kind of wonder if it's the same thing with Jaden. If we want to put the pressure on him, make him run. And I mean, I don't want us to hurt him. But if he starts running and that knee flares up, then I don't know, that can only hurt LSU. So I see
effective pressure is effective pressure, no matter what.
Yeah.
You get after them, you get to them, you're going to affect their offense. That's bottom line. And if they got to go to a freshman quarterback or something like that, that's going to be awful tough going against the Vols offense.
Back up for LSU, he does not look good.
No, not at all.
And that's another thing, me and my boy was talking about last night was that just let Byron Young and Tyler Barron just run wild on him. Just get after him as best as you can from the sides.
And Gabriel talking about the offensive tackle being out. If he's a freshman, what does that tell you? They don't have an upperclassman that's good enough to start. So they're having to start a true freshman. So again, come full circle, bring heat. And I get it. You play zone against a running quarterback. But there's so many factors to this, man. Is he truly hurt like you guys are talking about? How bad is the knee injury? And then on top of that, you've got Brian Kelly blowing a gasket saying his quarterback doesn't take enough chances down the field. And you've got media saying, well, maybe he might not be mad if he actually threw an interception because it shows he's being aggressive. Okay, well, let's bring heat. Let's bring heat and put pressure on a quarterback that has been told all week, you need to take more chances. He's going to freak out, Dauber. He's going to take chances, and we need to capitalize. And if we go out there and force a couple of turnovers, it's a blowout.
Over.
Absolutely.
And to add on to what you said too, Boogie, that's why I really want to see what Dee Williams is going to do. I'm really excited to see what he's going to try to do.
Flip side, seen a lot of people talking in the chat about Mincy. Just looked up. I think it's confirmed he is
Yep.
going to be sitting today. So
He's
you know
out.
we're talking LSU's got a tackle out. We've got a starting tackle out. So
Right.
you know it goes both ways.
What-
At the end of the day, you've got to protect your quarterback, and you've got to be aggressive on the defensive front and put pressure on them.
Right. I'm confident in JJ Crawford. I mean, you know, obviously it was so close at the beginning of the year between JJ Crawford and Gerald Mincey that they were both playing in games. You know, so I'm confident that he can go out there, you know. I mean, as a guy like that, he's got to have a chip on his shoulder. You know, he's in this two-way battle for one position. He gets his chance today. I think he's going to step up, and I think he's going to do. I think he's going to do really well. So I'm not too worried about Mincey being out. I know Mincey's good. I think JJ Crawford is just about as good, maybe not quite as polished, but I think we're going to be all right on that front.
Yeah, I think if the running backs do their job picking up their blocks out of the backfield today, we'll be all right at that left tackle position.
I want to see Dylan Sampson get the ball on that option pitch 45 times today. I want to see it. I want to see Dylan Sampson just. I wish we could just give him the ball and let him run for 350 yards. I mean, this is an LSU defense that is not equipped to stop a run game that could be as good as Tennessee's. You know, we haven't really seen them live up to their potential so far. Dylan Sampson's been out, but Dylan Sampson's back home. He's gonna have family there. Put him out there and let him make plays. That's all I'm saying.
I'm pretty sure somebody said Wednesday that they saw the running game going well.
I think that if the running game's going to go well, it better be Hendon Hooker. I don't have the confidence. I don't have the confidence in our running backs. I hope you're right. If they go out and if the running backs go out and have a field day, it's a very intriguing matchup when you look at the paper, look at the numbers. Both teams run for about 200 yards a game on the ground. Both teams run defense, barely give up 100 yards on the ground. Tennessee under 100, LSU just a little bit over 100. Let me run down. We got a ton of super chats coming in.
Yep.
Love you guys. We went ahead and put the link out to Talkin VAWLS Faithful and higher. So everybody $2.99 and above, you can join the show. Go to the community tab. You can see the link there. If you guys start to flood in, we'll kind of rotate some guys around, make sure we get as many people on as possible. Scott Clayton for 20. Thank you for the super chat. Says smash the like button. Vols by 100. Go Big Orange. You know, I love when somebody always leaves a big time $20 tip to do some promotion and tell you guys to hit the thumbs up because it helps the channel. Appreciate it. Clint Macon for $20. He drops a super sticker. I can't see those on StreamYard. It looked like, what is it? It's a dude that's throwing hearts. I think he's throwing hearts at Jordan. But thank you for the $20 tip. We appreciate that. Stevie J's for another $20. Our secondary needs to step up today. LSU doesn't stand a chance if that happens. Their quarterback is afraid to throw the ball. Our secondary can cause turnovers if he throws the ball. Go Vols. That's where I'm at, Stevie. That is where I'm at. Took the words right out of my mouth. Get after him. Force him. The fact that Brian Kelly's been in his ear, I think it's the perfect opportunity for that. Robert 45, Tennessee for 10. Daniels will be dangerous if healthy. LSU only is too deep. Look for a game like Florida. Well, I'll take a game like Florida because it's a win, and we'll be here celebrating. Mark for $2, just a tip in the tip jar. We appreciate that. Mark and John for $20. Nothing to say, just a tip in the tip jar. You guys being very generous tonight, just throwing money at us with nothing to say. We appreciate the super chats. Thank you guys. If you don't have money for a super chat, you don't have money to join the channel, that's fine. Just smash that thumbs up. You guys know the deal. It's quick. It is free. And it is easy. Thomas for 2. Thank you for super chat. Go Vols. That's all I want to say. We love it. Let's get Trucker Dougie in here. What's up, Trucker Dougie? How you feeling today, buddy? You confident?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm ready to go. I'm going to miss probably like the first quarter, possibly. Maybe a little bit of a second. Right now I'm getting unloaded, so hopefully it doesn't take them forever. But yeah, I'm ready.
The chat's pointing out that it's 10:30 in the morning. It's not tonight. Well, actually, it's 11:30, Buck. But thanks for noticing. Dougie, aren't you supposed to get out of the truck and help them when you're getting unloaded, or you like Jordan? You guys lazy and just sit there in the cab and make them do all the work?
We do all the hard work. We get it to the places, all right? They have to do the work.
So listen,
ridiculous.
We touched very briefly on D. Williams, but I want to go back to that because I I'm excited about D. Williams.
I am too.
We've heard all camp about how dynamic of an athlete he is. He's been held out. I think he probably could have played the Florida game. Honestly, I mean, he was in full uniform, warming up at full speed. So having these extra couple weeks of preparation for him is going to be big. Listen, I think D. Williams is going to come in here. I think we're going to know he's out there. He's gonna make some sort of impact. I've seen some people saying they don't think he's gonna be on kick return. I think he is gonna be on kick return. Whether it's a kick return touchdown, it's a big pass breakup, it's just lockdown coverage or a pick six, he's gonna do something. I'm really excited to watch him go out there. I mean, he's the one guy Tennessee was able to pick up in the secondary with experience. He's the one guy. He was their priority guy that they got. So you have to think that he is going to be able to go out there and at least replace Warren Burrell's productivity and consistency, hopefully. But
And that's
I'm really excited about D. Go ahead, Xavier.
That's what I was saying too, Gabriel. Like I said, he needs to be like that Alontae Taylor kind of player, and also Velus Jones kind of player, because like so far there hasn't been anybody we have seen to step up to fill in those shoes. Then that's why I'm with you on that. I'm very excited to see what D. Williams is going to do today.
I'm hoping he's a Cam Sutton type character.
The problem is he's never done it in the SEC. You're talking about, he was highly touted JUCO kid coming into Tennessee. Made a lot of play. I think he had one game with 4 interceptions at junior college, but this is the SEC.
He's done it in practice against the best wide receiver corps in the country.
We'll see. I hope you're right. I got to see it to believe it. I said it for so long, though. If Warren Burrell's not getting it done. Warren Burrell's not getting it done. We need Warren Burrell back. So, and I know D. Williams has been hurt. He's been banged up. Yeah, he had a good camp. A lot of hype around him. So we'll see. I don't think he'll start, but I think he'll play. And I hope we're talking about him in the postgame show for sure.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
I'm excited, man.
I'm make some plays. That's it.
There you go.
Fan calling show. I'm waiting on somebody to take the bull by the horns and start talking. Or Jordan, if you guys don't talk, Gabriel, just keep going. We'll just listen.
I'll just keep rambling.
When it comes to Gabriel, we should call him the Texas Invader.
Yeah, there you go.
Because here's the thing, I still say it: if it was not for the state of Tennessee and people from the state of Tennessee, Texas
wouldn't exist.
Go.
Yeah, there you go. Texas wouldn't exist. That's what I love to make fun of people down here. I mean, you don't run it. You actually, shockingly, down here in DFW, you don't run into a lot of UT fans. It's TCU, SMU, Oklahoma. Yeah, Tech, Texas A&M. I mean, there's so many. There's
a lot of those. I don't see a lot of Texas fans.
No, not here, and so. They're few and far between, but I actually saw an Arkansas fan the other day that I was wearing my jersey, and I didn't bring up 98, which I feel bad about now. I should have brought up 98 because I just feel like it's a missed opportunity every time you see one of the few Arkansas fans, and then you don't, as a Tennessee fan, you don't rub that in, but.
Which, I mean, my God, that's been 24 years ago, so I think they've moved on.
I don't know, though. I think there's a lot of Tennessee fans that haven't moved on from things much further away than that. But I don't know. I wasn't born at that point, so.
Well, it's like what Dauber said, though, man. Like, this fan base is just starving for success. I mean, It's been a long time since we actually, as a fan base, came together. Because remember, guys, we were like people still say we're toxic even when we're successful. But we've been a very toxic fan base, and it's just like we just been hungry for success, because it pisses me off when you see Alabama, Georgia, even Florida, being very successful, and we're over here struggling against South Carolina.
It kills me to see Kentucky succeed. Really, I mean, I still think they're a good team, but whenever they're better than us, that just clusters the hell out of me.
Kentucky is a staple, is an example of sticking with a coach literally no matter what, because you're okay with not being a good football school, and it's somehow paying off.
Right. And see, that's the thing. I'll say this: it feels like the '90s, the late '90s, all over again because Tennessee's good and relevant, NASCAR's good, wrestling is good. The Atlanta Braves are competing for a World Series. I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
Now we just need Limp Bizkit to come back.
You were trending so well there, and then you just tanked.
Hey guys, so I think. What do you guys think? You think Pitt's going to run more zone? I see him running more cover 0, cover 1, cover man, a little bit of robber. I think they're going to try to man up on us on the outside and make us make plays. They're going to be able to press someone like Jalen Hyatt up and stop him, or you guys have full faith that he can get off that press nowadays?
I think if they play man, I think if they play any sort of man, maybe a hybrid. Maybe they'll probably play a hybrid form, but if they just man up, I think it's going to be one of the bigger mistakes preparation wise.
The thing is, you look at heights in the slot. It's a lot harder to press somebody in the slot versus look at. That's why when people are like, "Well, move this guy here, move that guy there," look at the two outside wide receivers, and Tillman's out, but. Still, Tillman, Brew McCoy, Ramel Keaton, they're the bigger bodies. You want to body up Brew McCoy? Good luck. Let me know how that works out for you. But the thing about LSU is I don't know how much pressure they need to bring because their defensive line is just so dang good. And that's my concern is can Tennessee protect Hendon Hooker? And if not, is he going to escape and make plays with his feet? But their offensive line isn't very good either.
No, not at all.
I mean, they just have big boys, on the front. But I mean, other than that, they're not really like that athletic. They're just big.
I think we're probably going to see that little one step back QB draw up the middle.
Yeah,
probably 7 or 8 times, if not more.
And see, the thing is too with when it comes to LSU on their offense, if you look at especially last week against Auburn. I think it was only 3 of their passes went to their wide receivers. Pretty much all the passes went to the tight ends or the running back.
That's why Coach Kelly's been down Jaden Daniels' throat to throw it downfield this week, which I'm pretty happy about because that means Jaden Daniels is feeling the pressure, and we'll see how he responds to that.
So basically, we just do like we did, like Hurricane Katrina did to New Orleans. You flood the east side, and you'll get him.
I suppose it's been long enough
that's a Jordanism. That's a Jordanism. Bradley Frey for 2 balls by 50 GBO. Thank you, Bradley, for the super chat. We appreciate it. Geographical Jordan. That's your new name somebody gave you in the chat. So you need to change your name to Geographical Jordan. What's up, Dakota? What's going on, buddy?
Is this thing working?
Yeah, it's working.
Wait, who is this? Is this JP? JP's in the chat. What's he doing? $20 from John Lillard. Thank you for the super chat. Go Big Orange.
Tennessee.
There you go, Geographical Jordan. What exit's that, Jordan?
It's actually not even on the interstate.
There you go.
Thank you, John, for the super chat. We appreciate it. Angry Titan for 5. Ask Jordan about his hot take. His emoji should be an exit sign. Is that going to be the custom Talkin VAWLS emoji for Jordan as an exit sign? Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. You guys are becoming part of the show now. When the chat's ripping on you, the listeners, it's always a good time. Robert 45, Tennessee for 10. Kentucky is done after this year. Look for LSU to go for it on 4th down just like Florida. What do you guys think? So I don't know that Brian Kelly's going to come in feeling desperate the way that Florida came in feeling desperate.
Man, that was a big risk by Napier playing that way. He played completely scared.
He's a seasoned coach. He's going to believe in his defense to get the job done.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it. If Florida didn't convert on like almost every single 4th down they tried, that game would have been probably a 21-30 point game at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
let me rotate a couple of guys off. We got some more Talkin VAWLS faithful coming in. Some guys that have been here since the beginning care to bounce, and we'll let Josh get on here real quick.
Yep, I'm out of here. Vols 38, LSU 27.
Love it. Right. Thanks for coming on, Coach Jay. Always fun, buddy.
You got it. Bye, guys.
Number 1 Negaball for 2 doesn't have anything to say. Just a tip in the old tip jar. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm gonna bounce off. I'm technically still at work.
Man, Coach Jay went out with a
Go
bang.
back to work.
Hey, you got to make time for what's important, though.
Yeah, absolutely. But
AKA
yeah,
this show.
I'm out of here. My prediction: Tennessee 42, LSU. We'll say 32.
All
Love
right.
it, man. Love it, man.
Taking
Thanks
the
for coming
over.
on, Seth.
We'll see you.
See you, bud.
All right, let's get Josh on here. What's up, Josh Bailey? How you feeling, buddy? Are you confident
hey, sir.
today? Nervous? Anxious?
It's a little of everything. I don't know. I'm a little nervous, but I'm always nervous before the games. But I'm confident. It's
Were you
just all
nervous
these-
before the games under Jeremy Pruitt? Come on. Nobody was nervous. We were expecting to
I
lose,
wasn't-
right? Come on.
I wasn't watching most of those games because I couldn't possibly subject myself to such garbage.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, I watched them, but it was just like, all right, we're gonna lose. I'm just gonna enjoy watching this, I guess.
By the
or
third
try
quarter,
to.
you're putting on different
But
games.
we gotta say something quick. Can we give a shout out? Somebody shout out him for his hair. I love his hair.
Yeah, solid hair.
That is some
Yeah.
cool
Are you
hair.
are you jealous,
Cool
Jordan?
hair.
Are you jealous?
Appreciate
Yes.
it.
Look at me.
Negaval, number one, Negaval wants to know Red River Shootout. Who you got, G Daddy?
Man, I don't know. I mean, those teams have been so off and on this whole season. Texas and Oklahoma are both okay teams that have just underperformed terribly. Is Dylan Gabriel playing? Do we know? He's out?
He's still up. Is he
And
out?
Quinn Ewers is back, isn't he?
Yes.
Okay, so Texas wins.
Texas wins by multiple possessions.
Texas. Somebody said I think Texas and Oklahoma both lose somehow.
I would much rather talk about the SEC. You guys were talking about the Florida game. What happens to their fan base if they lose to Missouri today and they're 0-3 in SEC play? How long do they give? There would be nothing better if Florida ended up in the cycle that we've been in since Phil Fulmer left, and just coach after coach after coach, and they cycled coaches, and we never took advantage of it. But now I think we got a guy that can take advantage of it.
Well, when it comes to help Billy, who knows?
What I say is just
I love that, man. I tried to find a GIF of that, and couldn't find it. I wanted to use it for one of the intros. Hey, that one floats around all over the place. We got 350 people watching live on the Tailgate Show. Appreciate you guys watching. Do hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to join us live immediately after the game. Be right here on the Talkin VAWLS Network. Tweet it out, share it out, let somebody know this is where you come to hang out and talk Tennessee football. Also, go check out the merch. You can go to bonfire.com/store/talkinballs. The Buck Fama limited edition shirt will be gone a week from now, Saturday, after the Alabama game, after the postgame show. We are taking it down, and it is done. So if you want one, you better get one. We got some new merch coming your way soon, but you can check out all the others as well. Again, bonfire.com/store/talkinballs. We appreciate the support. The link is down below as well. If you're new to this channel and wondering what the heck is going on, who are all these people? Well, this is for the fans, by the fans. We do a tailgate show, a fan call-in show before the games. We do a fan call-in show every single Tuesday. You guys get a voice to come on here, hang out, and talk. But to do that, you got to be a member of the channel. So hit the join button down below, or if you just want to financially support what we do, we would greatly appreciate it. I think it's Buck that always says, if you don't have a power T beside your name in the chat, you must be a Gator fan. We're about 10 minutes away from kickoff. I'm gonna let Jordan give him a little prediction and get him out of here, and then we'll wrap up this show. Jordan, what do you got? Give me a score prediction, buddy.
Okay, my score prediction: Tennessee 42, LSU 24.
Love it, buddy.
Oh,
Thanks
man,
for coming on. Geographical Jordan.
Prediction.
Geographical Jordan. Have a good day, buddy. We'll see you in the chat after the game. What is he
Bunch
doing?
of these guys taking the over.
His camera just stretched
What
out.
is he
there at the
doing?
end.
What is he
That's really
doing?
funny.
Trucker Dougie, what do you got? Give me a score prediction, and we'll get you out of here, buddy.
I'm going to do 28-27, winner by 55-yard field goal.
Wow.
Woo! My gosh, we're going to be nervous.
Isn't it
I will
close?
be terrified
I gotta-
if that's the case.
Quick question real quick, and then I'll hop out. Is Tillman expected to be in next week? Or do we
Nope,
know?
he's out.
Or-
He's out
He's
this
out.
week, and he will be questionable next week.
Okay, that's what I meant. Alabama week. So
Yeah,
still
he'll be
for
questionable.
Okay.
I think he plays Alabama personally, but
Yeah, I think he plays Alabama.
No. Y'all have a great one. Go Vols.
All right.
And I will see you guys later.
Thanks,
All
buddy.
right,
See you
be
soon.
well, brother.
Josh, what do you got? Give us a score prediction. We're going to wrap this thing up. Kickoff right around the corner.
I don't know. I guess 38-28. Because I've been seeing a lot of these close scores. I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
think it'll be like 10 points.
I hope it's a two-score game, so
touchdown.
I'm not so nervous and ready to have a
Yeah.
heart attack. All right, buddy. I like it. I like the pick. Thanks for coming on. Good to see you hanging out with us for the fan calling. Oh, I love it, man. Love it.
I love your sweatshirt, by the way. Sick,
Oh,
vintage,
thank you.
epic.
Man, everybody just kissing up to Josh. Love his hair. Love
Listen,
his
he has
sweatshirt.
the same. He has the same glasses as me. Come on. It's the.
Oh, yeah, you know.
He better
Yeah,
be
all my
careful. He'll have
fantasy stuff
15
is just-
nicknames.
All my stuff is just from my dad. And, he just hands it all down.
That's the way to do it, though.
Love it, man. Yeah.
90s Vols merch is the best Vols merch. So.
I know. I'm like, I'll take it. But thanks, guys. See you
Later, buddy.
Hey, man.
Appreciate you hopping on.
See ya.
All right, go Vols.
Gabriel, I think Talkin VAWLS merch is the best Tennessee merch. I mean, look, it's the Smoky Gray today. I've got, of course, you can get Smoky Gray Talkin VAWLS merch. I mean, come on, what's wrong with you?
I love the Talkin. Look, if you're gonna go out and buy if you're gonna go out and buy some Tennessee merch, buy some Talkin VAWLS merch.
Love
I'm
it.
just saying, if you have
Gabriel had to back down real quick.
handed down a Tennessee sweatshirt from the 1990s, that's pretty cool too. I'm just saying.
What's up, Dakota? How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. But I'm not sick.
How you feeling? You confident today? You nervous, anxious?
52-31.
So you're confident.
Yeah. Until we lose. And I'm still confident after that.
See, I'm picking Tennessee to win every game until we lose. But the thing is, if Tennessee does lose today, are you going to be in the chat angry and hostile? And I just hope that's where we don't go after everybody seems to be looking to that Alabama game already. But we got to wrap up. It's almost kickoff. Dakota, thanks for coming on, buddy. Appreciate it. Hope you can jump on Tuesdays. I guess, or Tuesdays harder for you to do?
I'm going to try to get on more often now that stuff's slowing down.
Awesome, buddy. We'd love to see you on here for these fan call-ins, man. Have a good day. We'll see you after the game.
All right. Take it easy.
Bye.
And then we were down to the four horsemen, boys. Let's wrap this thing up. Let's get out of here. Let's go get geared up and ready for some football.
Yes, sir.
What say you?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Sounds great to me.
That is going to do it. Don't forget to be right here immediately after the game. Tomorrow, I'll be dropping a video first thing in the morning. The day after, I'll be going live tomorrow night playing NCAA football. Monday morning, the Monday morning stream is going to be a big-time show. Eric Kane said, Boogie, I got to get a piece of the action of that live show Monday morning. He said that instant reaction. I'm like, brother, you ain't getting an instant reaction. That's Saturday after the game. But it should be still good fun. Gabriel will be on Monday as well. But we'll see you guys in a couple of hours. For Dauber, for Xavier, for Gabriel, my name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.
Let's get that.
That we call home.